Hello, my beautiful and talented people. Thank you for everybody who's been liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. It all matters, and I'm very appreciative. Today, we're asking the deep and important question of how attractive are you? We've got pile one, pile two, pile three, and pile four. I just want to thank everybody who's been liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting, and everybody to say thank you. I'm going to be giving away 2 free readings as soon as I hit 5,000 subscribers. So just make sure that you are subscribed and you comment and you're in the running for that. Now let's move on to our gorgeous pile number one. Hello, pile number one. How attractive are you? 10 of Swords. Let me pull a few more cards before you freak out. Knight of Swords. The 8 of Cups. And the 8 of Swords. You're somebody who gravitates towards the truth. You move towards the truth, but you have had issues of not really being able to see your value. And unfortunately, that has also led to painful endings that you have emotionally had to walk away from. What makes you attractive, pile number one? Your transformation makes you attractive. What makes you attractive? Yeah. You may fall down, but you do not stay down. In fact, you moved from being lost to being in charge and being very passionately sought after. People see you as very desirable. You definitely went through a transformation out of pain, out of walking away, which from whatever didn't serve you, and you became strong. And you stood for fairness. So people see you as fair, but when they see you as fair, they see you as, fair is not necessarily easy. So they see you as somebody who's very desirable, very beautiful, but that the scales need to be balanced with you. That that you care about fair and right for others, and you do also care about fair and right for yourself. Because you have had these past experiences, you are very much with both the Six of Pentacles and the Justice card. Anybody, if you don't equally, give, you need not apply for the position in your life. Like there is no, yeah, you are definitely, because of these painful past experiences, you have transformed into somebody who will not be in that same cycle of trapped in feeling less and betrayed. You're somebody who's very much moved forward. So you're fair, you're giving, you're generous, but you will cut somebody off, and a lot of you have a lot of fire in your personality, like it's like you went from feeling truly helpless to really, really, really knowing that you're in charge, and it happened because of heartbreak and loss and betrayal. But you are on to your, I heard new victory. Like, so you're attractive because you haven't let anything, well, you've transformed yourself into something, into somebody that things, from somebody that, felt like you were at the mercy of things, to realizing you are the boss and that you are going to build your new existence. And people notice that change. People are, are you affectionate with words? I feel like some people, I think that you need to be careful, because I feel like because you've made this big transformation, some people are going to come around and say they're sorry, but it's not really necessarily because they're sorry. It's because you've leveled up and you're far more desirable than they had initially perceived you to be. And because of that, um, yeah, so I'd be, it's not that you shouldn't, it shouldn't, it's not that you shouldn't accept affection. I think that you know that, but you may have some people come around and they're, you may have some people who apologize because they want to be uh, on the in with this powerful, attractive person that you are. And they may not, I'm not really getting a genuine apology. They don't feel bad, really. They feel bad that you didn't, that you're showing so much more value, and they feel like they're missing out, so they want to get back in with you. I feel like somebody needs to, with their actions and words, show you, but be careful of the people who just, who treated you badly and are going to come back around. It's one thing to consistently show you, but like if they've shown you how they feel when you were down, don't trust them when you're back up. I feel like you are going to get genuine offers, but be careful of the people who want to hang on to your energy now, but didn't want to be there for you when you needed it. Because you've gone, again, there's this passion, fire. Like a lot of you, it's like you've had some kind of makeover. But I feel like it's not just a physical makeover, although that could be involved because there is a perception that you're more physically attractive. But I feel like even more that it's more of a psychological one, and that um, I feel like because of whatever conditioning, you gave an energy of being lost, being like you did give off an energy of being a victim for a while, uh, which uh, which unfortunately may have attracted certain situations. Which again doesn't mean it's your fault, but it did. But you being in charge, you knowing your worth, you demanding respect, you taking action and leadership in your life, you controlling yourself, you making your own internal transformations, has just made you almost seem like a different person. Like you are a huge transformation pile. So with that 5 of Swords, are you the 5 of Swords? No, I feel like you have dealt with heartbreak because people were not being fair to you. Um, and partially because they didn't feel like they had to be fair to you. Now you're in a place where I only deal with fair, but you're somebody who's this, there's all this fire energy. There's a lot of passion regarding you. There's a lot of association with beauty and desirability. Um, like there is a lot of animal attraction that you give off. Um, and you're in it for something stable. You're in it for something balanced and fair. And people who thought they could get away with things with you are going to try to come back. So that's certainly not your only option. You've got plenty of people, but like you're also attracting in somebody who would be a long-term partner for you. I think that's why spirit is letting you know that it may not be the like if you it may not be the person who's coming back and saying they're sorry, especially if their sorry doesn't come in with actions, because you're reading as a winner. Like people, you whatever you were in the past or how you were perceived in the past, you're being perceived as somebody who brings a lot of value, who is somebody special. You've got a little bit of who is that person energy. Yeah, and all of that came through a lot of work on your part. And with this page of wands, so you're coming up as the queen of wands, whatever your gender is. It's only coming up because of its kind of receptive energy. It's still very in charge. Yeah, it's a very in charge, very receptive, very desirable. Like you draw people to you. People see you as being around you is success, and that's why one of the reasons why you're going to bring in somebody where you can have this long-term committed relationship with. um, I don't know, some of you may already be in commitments, but I'm getting a lot of you are, you're a lot of you have made a transformation in a lot of ways. So like people are being forced to see the value of you because you are just giving that energy. So with that page of wands, that's like, communicating passion or inspiration. But I'm also getting like a little bit of red flag energy, not off of you, but like I think that there's a need for you to realize that I feel like you've taken such control of your life, but there's a need for you to make passionate new beginnings on things. Like you are, is it try? Yeah, like you have to be willing to enthusiastically do new things, like shed shed the burdens so that you can move forward. Like I feel like you're mostly there. It's just you're being heavily warned at this point that there's going to be somebody's going to come back that they're only good for words. Like if they start like this is the kind of persons that if they like that their words don't line up with their actions, and maybe they might line up for a short period of time but won't be in the long term. Yeah. So you should definitely with that with that Nine of Swords, I feel like you actually aren't really worrying about things right now, but Spirit wants you to listen to those red flags. And especially if somebody has caused you a lot of sleepless nights, I'm mostly getting for you guys not to let them back in. Just because, you're being perceived as more attractive now, and maybe this person is willing to or at least out see you as more desirable, maybe offer you more, but whatever they offer, it's not going to be long standing. And you have real people and real options. It's an important and you are very attractive, so it is important that you put your energy towards people who will give you stability instead of people who will just give you words. All right. Anything else, my friends? How attractive are you? Worlds within worlds. Okay. Again, I feel like you have had a huge internal transformation, and this internal transformation has transformed things on the outside too. Some of them, like, you may have had like a big glow up. Some of you've really taken control of your life. Well, all of you have taken control of your life in a strong way. Um, but it's manifesting on more than one level. Like, you've done a lot to take care of your internal world. And as a result, your external world is following suit. Like, you're bringing in successes, and you're bringing in, you know, happy commitments, and you're getting wins, because you are in your power, you are in your leadership, you have made a transformation. That being said, I'm just getting that just as things are getting better because you made this transformation, don't backslide. Because once I feel like you're not in this energy anymore, but I feel like there might be somebody in your life that's, maybe more interested in you because you're more successful now. And that internal world is what is bringing a lot of this happiness, this success, these people that really will be solid for you. And if you believe the things that they say, you're going to get back into a situation where you do have this turmoil, where, again, because you are having these wins, because your internal world, because you've done this transformation, you've done this work, your internal world is whole, and your external world is following suit. But unfortunately, when we up level, we can't always take people with us. And I feel like there was something that happened, a betrayal that happened, that was the trigger for your transformation. Um, but it's important to not, I'm getting like, never go back into feeling like you're stuck you're in this prison, because this, mental imprisonment leads to this mental instability, which unfortunately is still going to end badly. So, like, if you have had a cycle with somebody where it just always ends badly, I feel like that you have outgrown this person, and they're probably going to come back another time to see if you're really willing, that you're really, whether you're really changed. But you can take yourself to the next level, but you can't take this person to the next level. And if and I would suggest not trying to do it. All right, how attractive are you? But again, like, I feel like you guys are bringing in success. You guys are, like, people see you as successful. See people see you as hardworking. You are somebody who's very desirable as a partner, and you're bringing in long-term stability. Just know that you are going to have a person that really makes you feel comfortable and like home. You do not have to let somebody who has, previously betrayed your trust and made you feel trapped back. They're not your person, The you are going to find somebody where it's very sweet, it's very stable, it feels comfortable, but in a wonderful way. It's important to stay clear. I feel like you have gained so much clarity. But again, like, when you don't backslide with the door again. This transition that you made has been critical to the success and the growth that you've had. Like, this, and you've done such a good job at transitioning, at healing your inner world, at no longer being in the same frequency that you were before. So with a Yoda inside the heart, I'm getting be wise with your heart. Also, I'm also getting that, well, I think that you definitely understand that you're in control of your life. Like you realize that you have a lot of control with what you bring to you. Like, because I'm just thinking about the force, Yoda, being able to control it. And I feel like through your emotions, you're, and we keep in mind, we don't control any person except for ourselves, which you've definitely seemed to have come into the knowledge that you control yourself, that you are the master of your fate. But you being smart with your heart is actually going to manifest in these healthier things. Just know that the things that irritated you transformed you. Again, you have this transformation and growth, and you do come up. You are somebody who's very desirable. I'd say spirit does want to make sure that you're discerning, um, but Just know that the reason that things are changing for you, the reason why you're having so many good things is because you've done this internal transformation, and you're bringing in commitment, you're bringing in success, you're putting in the work, but you want to make sure that you're staying on that path. All right. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. You can't help it if you know you're incredibly desirable. So I just want to thank everybody who's been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, booking readings with me. It all matters, and I'm very appreciative. I am going to do a giveaway at 5,000 subscribers. So, oh, excuse me. I'm going to do a giveaway at 5,000 subscribers. So make sure that you're subscribed and you comment, and you are in the running for that. So it's time for our gorgeous, talented, amazing pile number twos. Hello, pile number two. How are you gorgeous people doing? How attractive are you? 10 of Pentacles. You provide, like, people see you as stable, as as kind of foundational in their lives. With the Page of Swords, people see you as inquisitive. The Queen of Pentacles, again, you're foundational to people's lives because you are somebody that brings this amazing stable energy. Like, people see you as their rock. There is a need, though, with that nine, well, I mean, you do have this staying awake kind of, not you, it's just like sometimes you do let, even though this isn't the Eight of Swords, I feel like it's that you let the thoughts and like the something imprison you, like, and it's through this worry. I'm not feeling like it's actually just worry, anxiety, like, you do have this anxiety, and there is a need to release it, which you're close to but not quite on the edge of, so that you can move forward unencumbered. How attractive are you? Ace of Swords. Yeah. Well, this is actually, like, people, you're this strong, stable person and you act in integrity. You speak in truth. You are, you want to know what the truth is, and you're willing to accept that you don't know everything, which actually allows you to gather knowledge. How attractive are you? Page of Wands. You're also willing, it's like you're also an enthusiastic beginner. Like, you have an enthusiasm, you have a thirst for knowledge, you move forward with integrity. How attractive are you? This Five of Swords. Are you sneaky? Do you, give me clarity on this five? I'm sorry, it's the Seven of Swords. Um, Because I'm not getting that people think that you're a thief or, dishonest. In fact, people feel like you're very honest. But what is this energy? Interesting. Is this just because the Seven of Swords is clarified by the Knight of Pentacles? And the Knight of Pentacles, like it should be something that would would resonate with you because you are somebody who wants something stable, and the Knight of Pentacles is somebody who offers something stable, even if it is can be slow to produce. Did somebody not offer? But there's something about it's like pay attention, because if somebody offers you stability but acts in an erratic kind of way, I feel like that there is a need for you to there is a need for you to be able to tell the difference. Like, because sometimes there might be somebody coming forward and offering you exactly what you want. Yeah, because the Queen of Pentacles would be very open to an offering of from the Knight of Pentacles. It's just because it is that foundational kind of thing. But yeah, you do need to be careful that that people really mean it, because some people may came forward offering you stability, but intending to take advantage. So, because it is so obvious that that's what you deserve, some people who have bad intentions, may pretend to want something more with you, and so don't get me wrong, you do, and that might lead to anxiety, but you will know people by their actions. That being said, people, this is a matter of discernment on your part, because you are somebody who is so obviously of value, and that you are somebody that people absolutely would want to build a life with. So it is important for you to be able to differentiate the offers that you receive, because not everybody will offer you truth, and you should only accept a truthful new beginning. How attractive are you? Yeah, just because you run into these bad energies doesn't mean that people do not want to rush forward into the just abundance and stability that being with you offers. Like, but you are going to have to be able to see clearly and tell the difference. So know that, it's not your fault that, you occasionally run into these people. You run into these people because you are very attractive. But you do also need to make sure that you don't just buy from everybody who says the right thing. How attractive are you? Four of Pentacles. You occasionally also run into people who are very much, you know, holding on to you, very possessive. I'm not really feeling like this is your energy. I feel like, again, because you represent this opportunity for a happily ever after, this person who has so much to give. Sometimes you have people who are just, because they aren't at your level, um, they, want to hold on to you, and some of them want to hold you back. And in a, if they can, some of those people who are very possessive, you might realize that they may try to mess with your head, try to instill a belief that you're less, because they know that what you actually are is more than they're willing to offer, is worth more than they're willing to offer. So it is important for you to maintain. And I know that you are tired of dealing with people like that, as you should be. You should only be dealing with people who come forward with clarity and honesty. And anybody who, you know, is possessive, especially if they try to emotionally tear you down or acts in a dishonest way, that is not going to be something that's going to be maintainable in your life. It's something that is going to fall apart. Yeah. The Five of Swords, like any of that negative energy, you're going to have to continue to move on from. So if you feel this Nine of Swords energy, because of the actions people have taken towards you that caused things to fall apart, things did not fall apart because of you. Things fell apart because um, people lied to you and offered you something different, and undermined you rather than supported you. But that in no way affected that you still are this steady, stable, reliable rock of a person who has a thirst for knowledge and a desire to grow. So some of you may feel, yeah, some of you are feeling undesirable. Yeah, you may be feeling undesirable because of the actions that were taken towards you. And maybe thinking that you wouldn't have been treated badly if you were if you were attractive. The problem is, um, that's not necessarily how it works. Sometimes you run into bad people. Um, and whether they progress any further in this lifetime, whether they grow or just continue to cause harm, that's their particular journey. But there is no, you never lost any value. this person was, whatever person that caused you to feel this, they never had enough to give you, and they definitely didn't want to let you go. They wanted to get what they wanted out of the situation, but that is not a reflection on you. You are, somebody who is obviously valuable, stable, nurturing, kind, who is quite frankly destined to have good things happen. That's why actually these people had to be taken out of your life, because they were limiting you. Not because you weren't good enough, because they weren't good enough. So you are dealing with a little bit of emotional fallout from this, and that's understandable. But you're, since this is a judgment term for me, I'm getting that once you're truly able to review it, you're going to be able to see, and I feel like you're going to continue to level up, because again, it's not that you are somebody that's, perfect in all ways. It's not that. But you are somebody who is at a high level of development, and the other people's actions towards you, don't change who you are. Just because somebody wore a mask regarding you, came in pretending that they were stable so that they could, have physical needs met, most likely with the, or, take from you what they could with that Seven of Swords. Like, just know that this person specifically came in, it had nothing to do with you. This is the type of person that they are. The type of person that they are isn't a reflection on the type of person you are. It's not. You just ran into a mask, and now I'm sure you have a better idea of what to look out for. So you will be able to look behind a mask versus taking everything at the face value that you might have. I've got don't panic. Yeah. And with that, just know that you're going to have new beginnings that are going to be victorious and based in honesty, and are not necessarily all going to be this cruel. But it's important for you to realize um, that you don't need to panic, that you can start over, that this person who wore a mask that looked like a better person, that this person who specifically deceived you, that is that person, and it is not reflective of you, and it is not reflective of every relationship you will have moving forward. It's okay to not panic. The most important thing is to learn, is to go back and do that review, so going back, what to look out for, whether they were, you know, offering you commitment too early, which I feel like some of you, they were doing that, or they, going back some of you might not want to do that because it might make you feel foolish. And you know what? Everybody's a fool for somebody sometimes. And this person is very practiced at manipulating and hurting people. They've spent time on their craft of doing this. So the reason why you should review is not to say, "Oh, what a fool I was," but to be able to dissect it so that when another person comes forward, you will be able to see the clear warning signs. Because this person can't really break you. I know that sometimes it really feels like they could, and they caused a lot of problems in your life. Again, that's not a reflection on you. That is them. And you are, what they did leave you as a gift is the knowledge of how to avoid someone like them. So, Spirit wants you to know that you are extraordinarily attractive and you're going to bring in new beginnings with people who are actually honest, and that you are meant to have something that you can build a family, and you're bringing in abundance, and you have these youthful, fun, exciting qualities that life is going to move forward for you. But you need to let go of this person, because sometimes what a person does isn't a reflection on us. So what you do need to do is take the wisdom that you've acquired in your heart now, and continue to move forward. Like your heart has become more wise, but it hasn't become less of a heart. It's important to be able to speak from your heart as well. That clarity, that this clarity brings you freedom, and that you're beautiful, you're majestic, that you're meant to have freedom. And know that as painful as this experience absolutely was, because it couldn't be support, it couldn't stand up, because it was coming from a place of cruelty. Like, it was coming from a place of holding you back. You were right to feel like you should hold them off. You needed to, because they just wanted to take from you. Well, they pretend to be what you want and take what they want. But you know what? This person created grit and irritation, and you are in the process of having it make you even more valuable than the already very valuable person that you always were. Just so you are absolutely appreciated. You are seen as attractive. You're you're somebody that you know people could imagine spending forever with, because you bring this very special stability with you. very strong nurturing energy, this safety with you. And I understand that your foundation has been rocked and you have felt less safe because of a person. But just because this person, that one person was truly incapable of, they absolutely were incapable of appreciating you. But I suspect this person's incapable of appreciating anyone. Sometimes you run against, maybe not everybody's fully dark, but some people skew that way. And just know that you're appreciated. That, again, nothing took away from your worth in this situation. Like, if anything, you are just getting stronger, but you are still in the pain of it. And it's just so important to understand that this person's actions towards you had nothing to do with you. So, other than the fact that you were attractive enough that they wanted to take from you, but who wants that? But you're bringing in truthful, honest new beginnings with people who are nothing like this person. Just know that you don't need to be part of this situation at all. You can have your new beginnings. But I think it is important that you observe people before you give your commitment. This doesn't mean that you don't commit to people, because I feel like you are a committed person. That is one of your values. But taking the time to observe whether they're friend or foe, taking the time to observe if their actions meet their words, are all going to be very powerful things for you to do. So just accept that this person doesn't have the ability to limit you. And you're right. They, if you think that they didn't treat you well, you are absolutely right. I don't care who tells you differently because of whatever else that they had to offer. Like, that duplicitness, that need to defend yourself, you know, that was all true, but you're on a different journey now. You are absolutely limitless, and you're only moving forward with people who offer you truth and honesty, which this person that's still affecting you did not. So if some of you are like, was it just me? Was I overreacting? If anything, you might have been underreacting to this person. And it's okay. This person is literally incapable of making you less. You never lost any value. This person is just who they are. So just know that you're super attractive and valuable. People want to be around you. And you shouldn't let this person's treatment of you be a reflection on how you should be perceived. Sometimes you run into bad people. So thank you so much. I really appreciate you. If you do want a free reading, I'm going to give away 2 as soon as I hit 5,000 subscribers. And just make sure you're subscribed and you comment. And in the meantime, we're going to move on to our gorgeous and talented pile number 3s. So hello, pile number 3s. How attractive are you? Knight of Swords, the Empress, the Seven of Pentacles, and the High Priestess. You have both the Empress and the High Priestess. So you are both highly evolved and attuned on this physical plane as well as the spiritual plane. Both of these are also highly balanced cards, also highly attractive cards. Like the Empress is extraordinarily desirable. The High Priestess is mysterious, sensual, but you're definitely seen as somebody that is well balanced between all of the qualities. You're intelligent, you're stable, you're inspired, and you come from a good heart space. You have balanced all these things. You have all the characteristics of all the queens. You've come to that greater mastery of balancing them all. And again, whether you're male or female, you may be coming up with this feminine energy, but we all have this feminine energy and masculine energy. But you are being very attuned to the spiritual right now, which is something that brings you into mystery, which is a little bit more in the feminine. With the Knight of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles, you're somebody who, it's kind of like you're willing to, it's like you're willing to delay your satisfaction, um as long as, so that you get what you actually want. Like you're not going to, you're you're willing to, I want to say wait, but it's not wait. The thing is, you're manifesting in things. Like the feminine is the masculine is more action and moving towards things and putting in that forward going energy, but the feminine is a lot more towards bringing in, manifesting, um having this receptive energy for things to come in. And I feel like you on some level know that good things can come in, and have made yourself the person for those things to come in, and you're willing to delay your satisfaction until the right things come in. But with this Knight of Swords, because the Knight of Swords can be about clear communication. It can be about harsh communication, and it can be about speed. Okay, I feel like speed, but I'm not getting that. I'm getting a message that you being in this receptive quality is actually making the things that you are willing to, you know, accept that they'll manifest when they are going to manifest. Those are things, kind of that faith that this is going to happen is actually rushing those things towards you. So know that, over being, sensual, mysterious, um, fertile, nurturing, attractive, like in a lot of ways being seen as this as fairly ideal person. And because you've put yourself in this energy and this balance between the physical and the spiritual, this balance between the elements, you are rushing the things that you desire into you, which ironically is looking like patience. Yeah, you inspire, like inspire a lot of passion. Like people definitely this work that you've done to balance yourself, this work to make yourself this person is like brings a lot of fire energy, a lot of excitement. Like again, this is a very desirable card. Um somebody's going to come towards you with a lot of desire. How attractive are you? Seven of Wands. You are definitely attractive enough that you often have to be willing to, possibly, you know, fight to defend your, yeah, it's fight to defend your boundaries because a lot of people come in with a lot of intense, passionate energy towards you because you are super desirable. With the Six of Pentacles, you're only taking equal balanced offers. And in the meantime, you're good. Like somebody has to bring you real value because you are strong within yourself. Um, you are somebody who has stability within themselves, who is this desirable person. It's like you don't need somebody unless they add value to your life. There's no, you're not going to just choose somebody because you're not going to choose a problematic person because like if you bring problems, I'm sorry, somebody has to, it's because you are good within yourself, like people have to bring their A game or they can't come. So how attractive are you? This Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. You inspire a lot of passion. And you don't have a problem with that, but it has to, like, if somebody wants a new beginning with you, they have to bring you stability and passion. They can't just otherwise you are very much not into it. Again, like if your needs aren't getting met, like if things are balanced, there's no incentive for you to play that game. So how attractive are you? The Three of Swords and the Page of Swords. So I'm getting like I'm sure that you dealt with heartbreaks, but I'm not getting that you are like being that you're being led by a heartbreak or anything like that. I am getting though, because you do represent these extraordinarily desirable qualities, that people need to come forward in a you know real way and give you something of value. I feel like there are definitely people who are heartbroken over you, maybe because they're just really not yeah, like there are definitely some people who aren't at your level, and definitely come on. All right. They want me to take one of these. Okay. Like, despite the fact that you are really well, you're very balanced between the physical and the spiritual. You're also okay with understanding that you don't understand everything. So you're willing to keep looking. But balance is super important to your life. And I'm getting that if people unbalance this peace, this growth that you worked so hard at, they end up heartbroken because they need to be showing with their actions that they care and not causing chaos. Please clarify the two of. It's like they never get far enough to cause, yeah, because if they're imbalanced, they're not a match for you. I have this Jack of Wands came out too. Like if it's like it's also an energy if anybody tries to, you know, my hair looks great. So if anybody tries to come in and be inconsistent and just comes for passion because you are this very, very desirable person, they often find that like they think that they're going to come in and play, but they play themselves. And like I feel like often the people who think that they're going to come into your life and break your heart end up getting their heart broken because of the actions that they played. Um, and again, you're dealing with balance only. You're dealing with, because you have your things together. You have balanced yourself physically and spiritually. And, only people who are going to give you this equal balance can stay. But that doesn't mean that other people, you affect a lot of people because to some extent you're a fantasy to a lot of people because you do represent these amazing qualities. Worlds within worlds is your card. Um, but it's all because again you have balanced yourself spiritually, which has balanced you in the physical world, and the balance you've done in the physical world has reinforced what you've done in the spiritual world. And that the interior work is coming in out in an exterior way. Like you're incredibly attractive, which sometimes means that and you're also rightfully selective. So you are somebody that is completely willing to take responsibility for yourself and who you are and the actions that you take, the energy that you put out there. Um, and you 100% also realize to get to this level, you realize that while you may be somebody who nurtures and takes care of people, and that you may have this higher spiritual calling, that everybody's on their individual journey. And it is essentially it's your job to grow you, and it's the other person's job to grow them, and you won't take responsibility for the things that aren't your responsibility. But again, like, you get a lot, and I mean a lot, of desire, um, and a lot of people, and some people are coming forward with, something that is more of value. And it's not that you're choosing between passion and stability. It's just you're aware that you don't need to choose between passion and stability. Um, but you aspire a lot of passion in people. Was this the other hand? You may have had, I think you might have had two of both hands in here. Interesting. So you had both the left and the right hand. Left being more feminine, right being more masculine. Um, with the I think sometimes people come into contact with you and start really realizing they have to take responsibility for themselves. You're attractive, um, like, because you aren't taking on anybody's issues, even if you are somebody who's supportive, because those are two separate things. And you are somebody who comes from a loving a heart space with the rose quartz. You are somebody who inspires love in people. But it's like, often by the example of what you do and who you are, I think that people realize that they have to start realizing, and this is not everybody, because people's journey is not up to you. But I feel like you sometimes set an example, or you certainly, if you don't set an example, you set a line in which there is no crossing. So it's like you're you're far along on your journey, and I feel like you often catalyze other people to make the serious changes that they may need to make, um, whether or not, and often they make that change because they want to be with you, but obviously you're not going to be able to be with everybody who has some kind of attraction to you. Um, but you are bringing in people who want to work together with you. And I feel like you have taken every twist and turn, like everything on your path that moved one way or to the other. Like, I feel like you just made it your heart more beautiful. That it wasn't without struggle, but again, like, whatever irritation came along the way, you just used it to add value to yourself, because you have a unique ability to truly look at a core issue, and the connections that you do have with people are very loving. So with believe, I feel like, especially with the high priestess, that you have come into this understanding and this belief, and it may be something that's very untraditional, but you're letting yourself be guided by spirit You're letting yourself be guided by love, by kindness, and it has instilled a belief in you that actually projects through you. Like the belief that you have built up, the strength that you have built up, that all, it's like it's shining light for other people to see. Excuse me. With the daughter charm, some of you might have children, some of you have younger females in your life that are very significant. I don't know, it could be younger siblings, it could be like niece. I feel like a lot of you, it might be a younger sibling, and some of you, it might be children. Some of you, it's maybe somebody you're mentoring. But I feel like you use the knowledge that you have to help show people the path that you've learned. You've done so much to find this inner understanding. You've done this so much to put yourself in this level, in this place, and you're bringing in people who are on your wavelengths, people who are in your soul family, people who may not currently be at your level, but are coming to you because you will help offer them the next rung on the ladder. So just you're clearly incredibly powerful, but in a soft, loving way, in a accepting, arms open kind of way. But you also your standards are rightfully high, as they should be, and your your willingness to be there helps others come to the same kind of level. So do you attract people who want to be like you attract people who you definitely attract people who want to be with you. um but what but you're also attracting people just to your light and to the to what you have to offer. So I feel like that there is going to be a lot of people who are in your life to learn from you. So I appreciate you. Thank you so much. If you do want a free reading, I'm going to do two as soon as I hit 5,000 subscribers. So just make sure that you do subscribe and you comment. And thank you for everybody who's been liking, sharing, booking readings. It all matters, and I'm very grateful. So my gorgeous, talented, and amazing pile number fours. What makes you attractive? How attractive are you? How attractive are you? The Hierophant, the Eight of Wands, the Seven of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. All right. People see you as, I just heard the term, like somebody that they want to lock down, somebody that they really want in their life, somebody that they have a lot of passion with and that they want to move things forward with. You're also somebody that people really want to talk with. People like you inspire a lot of emotions. People do want to offer their emotions to you because they do see you as somebody that they can be with in the long term. You have a lot of people who have fantasies regarding you, excuse me, and they are, I'm going to say, with relatively well worn. Like, people think about you a lot. Like, whether or not they're coming forward with it, you have some people who, like, whether or not they've ever talked to you, sometimes by the time they come in and make an offer, they've already, like, imagined what their life is going to be like with you. They might have already imagined what, what being with you would be like. You definitely, you definitely hold like a place in quite a few people's fantasies. And people do want to give you love, people do want to give you stability. People, like, what, if you're in a relationship, people want to bring that into the next level. If you're not in a relationship, people want to progress things with you. People want new beginnings with you. Okay. You have this mysterious quality. You probably are also very intuitive. Yeah, very intuitive. You you just know things. And people instinctively know that you just know things. People can see that you're able to offer a very unique perspective. Um, how attractive are you? Ace of Cups twice. You really inspire feelings in other people. People want to give you their feelings. People want you to, like, you to also offer them your love. Like, and again, like, it is important that things ground in reality, but, uh, but yeah, you, like, something about you when people meet you, you get them in the feeling, they're interested, there's a lot of passion, there's a lot of communication, and people, like, it's like people are like, well, that's the one I want to marry. How attractive are you? Strength. Strength has a lot of passion. As you can see, there is a very beautiful person on this card. It is also a card of self mastery. It is a card, but it's like, you inspire a lot of passion. You inspire a lot of people um, to have to also restrain their passion. Um, like, and you sometimes also have this calming influence about you, but it's not for a lack of desire. It is because you have this, I mean, I almost said arcane knowledge, but it's not that it's necessarily arcane. It's just, a lot of you are pretty psychic. A lot of you know things because you know them, and a lot of you are not really going out of your way to tell everybody this. But people sense it in you. How attractive are you? But you bring the mysterious, you're exciting. Um, I feel like you're really kind with your words. All right, so every deck, Three of Cups. I'm sorry, it's not Three of Cups. It's Ace of Cups, Ace of Cups, Ace of Cups. You've got the Ace of Cups come out 3 times. You, it's like people kind of want to fall at your feet. People want to be the person you choose. Page of Pentacles. Are you the Page of Pentacles? I'm really not getting that. Again, like all these Ace of Cups, like you affect somebody, you affect people really deeply emotionally, and I feel like a lot of, and also very lot of you are excellent communicators and very strong. So I'm just saying that. All right, with that Page of Pentacles, you can be a little intimidating for people only because they're not on your level yet. And that's okay because that's fine. Um, but I feel like sometimes people see your value, but they also realize that they that they're not um, able to offer you what you actually deserve. And sometimes people hold off regarding you because of that. You can feel bad about that, or you could be grateful that they did you that favor. How attractive are you? The Four of Cups. You get a lot of offers. And it does require you to be selective about who you choose. You you just you can't necessarily take every offer that comes your way. So here we go. Feel like I'm going to pull a few more of these cards for you. How attractive are you? Yeah. But people, if they have a chance with you, they want to move things forward. They want to make something, they want you to be in their life long term. And if not, they feel pretty brokenhearted regarding it. That being said, you, I don't feel like you're being unfair, but partially, some people are building up fantasies regarding you. Fantasies, and some of these people don't even come forward. So, like, you may have people who, and this just falls out, who have this fantasy life regarding you, like, have married you in their minds, but and may never have come forward, may never, that it's like you're the person who got away without them actually ever putting their offer in. That again, and also that on top of that, you get a lot of offers. You get a lot of interest. How attractive are you? We can't help it if you're a limitless level of attractiveness, but I'm just saying that it's not. I mean, clearly, you may not be for every single human on the planet, but what you are, oh, and that actually might be part of the problem. But what you are is I'm trying to find that priestess. What you are is somebody that is very spiritually developed. Um, who has come to the realization that you're not limited, that and because of this extraordinary expansiveness on the spiritual level, I mean, a lot of people feel this love for you because your ability to access the divine makes them feel closer to it. And it's kind of like a transference in some cases. Um, that because the divine is love and you are so in alignment with that, and people feel that can, so feel for people feel the spiritual through you, and because of that they have this love for you. You are somebody who has this really soft, really loving heart, and I feel like I'm not getting the impression that everything has been easy, because a lot of spiritual growth, some spiritual growth can come through meditation, and some can come through peace, to greater peace, but a lot of spiritual growth comes from difficulty. But you do come forward with this open, loving heart, and I feel like you are able to do this because I feel like that you do realize that we're all interconnected. And that you're not really, that you have pushed so much, that have pushed so much towards the spiritual, that you're able to give a and project very pure and kind of love, a very soft love, a very a love that appears like you've never been hurt, whether or not you've been horribly hurt. And this, and yes, you've definitely dealt with the dysfunctional, but you have actually gone through a massive transition and have really put yourself in this spirit love central kind of place, which is your most deep and most authentic self. And again, like, you're showing your most deep and authentic self, which is bringing in affection. You're being in alignment with the divine, which makes those around you feel like they have access to it through you. And since the divine is love, you inspire a lot of love because you are giving a beautiful, clear um, love. You're giving a really unselfish kind of love with this rose quartz. So your attractiveness has a lot to do with the growth that you've made, the health that you've put yourself in, the limitations that are no longer limitations for you. So people, again, want to lock things down with you, want to have this new beginning with you because you are somebody that it is easy to grow with. And people want to be able to work with you. There are definitely people, I feel like some of these cups can be cups of friendship. Like it's not, I mean, you definitely have a lot of interest in a romantic sense, but um, you also have a lot of interest in a, just really close friendship sense. Like people want to be close to you. People want to have, people want, like, because you're kind of overflowing with divine love, people want to, like, give that back. People want to be able to be close to your heart space. They want to be able to um, pour into you the love, the feelings. All right, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. If you do want a free reading, I'm going to give away two as soon as I hit 5,000 subscribers. I want to thank everybody who's been booking readings, liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting. It all matters. I'm very appreciative. Thank you so much.